Hello everyone and welcome to Sunup. I'm Lyndall Stout. Cold weather has arrived in Oklahoma and it's expected to stick around until, well, let's not make any predictions about Oklahoma weather, but we can make some predictions about when to apply fertilizer on winter wheat. Here's some guidance from Dr. Brian Arnall.
Well, winter weather has finally hit Oklahoma, and that's why we're in the greenhouse. Arctic blast has hit us, but you know what? A positive aspect is we have soil moisture for what feels like the first time in several years going into the spring. That means we have a good start and a good base for a winter wheat crop. I've had a lot of calls about the need for nitrogen coming in as we do have grazing going on. We've got some good wheat pasture out there and a lot of really good stands for grain-only wheat. So what am I looking at out there? Right now, with just everybody kind of holding back on their nitrogen reserves, we're a little short in a lot of our wheat fields. So if I'm in dual purpose or a graze out system, right now I'm really keeping track of how much nitrogen did I apply and how much gain am I making. You know, what's my rate of gain and how am I balancing out? Have I got enough nitrogen on for that gain? I'm also using my eyes and really keeping an eye out on that field. Is there any sign of yellowing? Is there any sign of cowpox, those green patches? The second I start seeing that, I want to think about top dressing those grazed out and dual purpose fields because we need to make sure there's enough nitrogen in those fields to maintain that crop production to maximize the beef gain. On our grain only, I haven't got too excited or too worried about getting nitrogen on. You've heard me often on Sunup talking about it's okay to wait. Now's the time to start planning your nitrogen applications. As we look at that, it's still not too late to put on your enriched strips because we're not to green up, right? We're not really to maximum growth rate yet. So go ahead after we get through this cold or even during this cold snap, let's get some enriched strips out. I know a lot ran before this weather hit and we got that rain last week. Now as we go through what I say, I want to delay. Our wheat crop does a good job of exploring the soil, exploring the root zone when it's a little short on water and nitrogen. And so we like that wheat to be a little stressed in the fall and early spring. But once we get out, once we get in green up, I want to make sure that wheat has what it needs. So one option is to go ahead and start top dressing now. If you don't have an enriched strip, I would definitely start making plans to get out around green up to put nitrogen out. If you have your enriched strips out or plan to put them out, keep an eye on those. There's several that already showed up. If you have an enriched strip show up early, put out 20 or 30 pounds and then you can wait to make your final decision come hollow stem or about that joining period. So a lot of farmers are applying now a little bit, 20 or 30 pounds, flat rate across the field, and then they'll make their final rate decision come in March around our hollow stem time. If you didn't get your phosphorus out and you feel like you should have, now's the time to come in after this cold snap and get a little bit out. We've got some good data from our research that shows while it's not optimum, if you missed your pre-plant phosphorus application, you can go out with 1846-0 DAP or 1152-0 MAP and still apply it right up to green up and have a nice benefit. So if you see a need and you feel like you have a good stand and good potential, why don't you protect that potential now? If you'd like more information about top dressing, enriched strips and utilization of those, or even phosphorus applications this spring, check out my blog and that's available on sunup.okstate.edu.